Hello to all of you, and welcome back to Never Thirst Again. I hope that you've had an absolutely wonderful weekend. And listen, if you're anywhere near me, then I hope even more that your kids enjoyed their spring break. Now, before I begin, I just want to say that for those of you who may be new, or even to some of my current listeners, this is just a quick plug in to let you know that Never Thirst Again is available on www.neverthirstagain.net, my new website. And of course, on there, you will have the pleasure of being able to listen to past and present podcast episodes, along with posts on my blog as well. So, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, let's get started. I have to say that on this past week, we had the absolute pleasure of vacationing away from home as a whole family, which is something that it feels like we haven't gotten a chance to do in a while, but we were able to get back to those few simplicities of life for that moment. There were no unnecessary phone calls or emails or meetings, memos, visitations. None of those things took place. This was simply us and the adventure that we were all embarking upon together, and it was fantastic. Within a week, we'd visited the Georgia Aquarium, ran ourselves completely ragged at Great Wolf Lodge, had too much fun at the water park, and I have to say this, we ate way too much junk food. Ice cream, pizza, hot dogs, whatever you can think of that falls in the category of junk food. We absolutely consumed it. But I digress. We had a blast. And that was really the only way that I could describe it. The people we met along the way were warm and pleasant, and there was even a little time to relax in between here and there. So, this was definitely the kind of vacation that I can get behind. And many of you know this. My husband and I, like so many of you, as parents, we work so hard in order to make sure that our family is taken care of and that our children have everything that they need. However, sometimes it's it's hard to see that the daily stressors of life, when it comes to having and maintaining a healthy work-life balance can just feel like a great amount of inertia that's sent to distract us from what's truly important. It's because of times like that, though, that we have vowed to never let them consume us and to always take time for each other. I was reading a story recently and it reminded me of this very thing. Now, I'm going to share this story with you and hope that it forces you to also reflect on how focusing on what's important matters much more than anything else that, well, in the long run, can turn out to be just a frivolous thought. And the story is called The Fisherman and the Businessman. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a businessman who was sitting on the beach in a small Italian village. As he sat, taking a brief break from the stress of his daily schedule, he saw a fisherman rowing a boat back into the harbor. In the boat were a few very large fish. Impressed, the businessman asked the fisherman, "How long does it take you to catch so many fish?" To which he replied, "Oh, not so long." The businessman was confused. "Why don't you fish for longer to catch even more?" "More? This is enough to feed my entire family and even offer some to my neighbors," the fisherman said. "So, what do you do for the rest of the day?" inquired the businessman. The fisherman replied, "Well, I've usually have caught my fish by late morning. At which point, I go home, I kiss my wife, and play with my kids. In the afternoon, I take a nap and read. In the evening, I go to the village to have a drink with my friends, play guitar, sing, and dance into the night. Putting his entrepreneurial hat on, the businessman offered a suggestion. I have a PhD in business. I can help you become much more successful. From now on, you should spend longer at sea and catch as many fish as possible. When you've saved enough money, buy a bigger boat to catch even more fish. From there, you'll soon be able to buy more boats, set up your own company, build a production plant to catch the fish and control distribution, and move to the city to control your other branches. To this, the fisherman asks, "And after that?" The businessman laughs. "After that, you'll be able to live like a king, take your company public, float your shares, and be rich." "Hmm. And after that?" asked the fisherman once more. "After that, you can retire, move to a house by the sea, wake up early in the morning to go fishing, then return home to play with your kids, kiss your wife, take a nap in the afternoon, and join your friends in the village for a drink, play guitar, and dance into the night." Puzzled, the fisherman replies, "But isn't this what I'm already doing?" Moral of this story. And hopefully, you guys have already painted the picture of what the moral of this story is before I even get to it. But listen, sometimes we don't even realize that we have everything that we need in life already, right here at our fingertips: family, friends, good health, money to take care of our needs, and even some of our wants. Don't misunderstand me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with working hard and having more. But don't allow that to cloud your judgments or taint the wonderful blessings that you have right here in front of you right now. So many of us are already blessed beyond measure, but just are not satisfied until we have worked our fingers to the bone for more. Focus on the joy and peace in simplicity and allow that to usher in your contentment. Things like stress and being overworked are often a choice that we have to either accept or decline. And believe me, I know from experience, you gotta be able to continuously work that just like a muscle, remembering those things that are important. In the long run, you'll start asking yourself which is more important. Well, I hope that today's podcast episode has blessed your ears today and has tugged at your heartstrings a little bit. But again, it's just another simple reminder, just for all of us, to get back to the simplicity of life and be content with the joy and peace and wonderful things that you already have now, those things that are so important to you. That's all I have for today. I thank you guys for tuning in to Never Thirst Again. And don't forget that you can visit me right now on www.neverthirstagain.net. And there you can read all of my blog posts and tune into even more episodes, which are linked to several platforms, including Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and several more. But as always, I appreciate you. Have the best day ahead. Take care and God bless.